Hey now, welcome back to everyone that's been here before. How are you? How your mama? How your sister? How your brother? How your cousin? How your daddy? How's your crew? How the gang? Y'all doing all right? You breathing? You hydrated? Did you moisturize today? If not, go put some lotion on. But I'm glad y'all here. If you are new here, hey boo, how'd you get here? What you put in? Did somebody tell you about us? Did you just see some, hear some? Let me know. Anywho, you just stepped into a space where um we don't really sugarcoat the truth around here or tiptoe around growth. We dream big, we move boldly, and we clap loudly for each other whenever we win. If you didn't know what you clicked on or what, YouTube has just auto shuffled into your life or Spotify has auto shuffled into your life. This is Manifest Ruthlessly. Over here, we do the work, we tell the truth, we hold ourselves and each other accountable, and we root for each other like family, baby, because we are. When you win, I win. When I win, you win. We all gonna make it out these trenches together. So if you're looking for healing with a little bit of edge, a whole lot of heart, a lot of sass, a little bit of cussing at times, I will not apologize for that. I'm wrong. You are home. So welcome in. Welcome in. I do want to say this like right off the bat. Just because you're soft doesn't mean you're silent or you have to be silent. I think that's a better way of saying that. Just because you are gentle doesn't mean you're weak. Just because you've healed don't mean you can't, won't, or have forgotten to speak up or stand up for yourself. So let's reword it a little bit. Just because you've entered this soft life, soft girl era, don't mean you gotta soften or delete your voice or eliminate your voice. Just because you are gentle, you're a gentle creature, a care bear. That don't mean that you are weak. Just because you have healed don't mean you won't fuck shit up. I mean, I think that's the best way I can reword that. I think that a lot of us have been taught that, silence is softness. That in order to keep the peace, you need to stay quiet. That choosing peace means letting everything else slide. That ain't peace. That's avoidance. Being soft, choosing a calm tone, a steady presence, a regulated nervous system, that's strength, that's power. That is what therapy is for. That's why your ass been going, right? To achieve these things and work through a lot of stuff. But just because you do all of that doesn't mean you don't speak your truth. You don't say what you gotta say. Because it can be reworded. You ain't gotta act how you used to act. If you've been working on your anger issues, you can still say what you have to say. You can still get your point across in this new life that you've taken on. All that means is that you've learned to do it without losing your newfound self. At the end of the day, not everything deserves a reaction, but some things definitely deserve a response. Don't be letting them play you in these streets. Not every situation calls for dragging. Not every comment needs a comeback. But some things need to be said, not out of spite, not out of ego, not out of pain, but because silence in the face of harm is not healing, it's enabling. You can say, hey, that made me uncomfortable. Somebody speaking down, speaking negative towards the things you got going on, the progress you making. One of my favorite things to say is, I do not receive that. You can also tell somebody, yeah, we're not going to do that today. Or respectfully, no, nope, mm-mm. And you can say it calmly, with presence, with softness. Because again, softness don't mean silence. It means you are choosing your peace, your power at the same damn time. So, let's switch up some of the things that we've been taught to say and reframe them so they align with this newfound softness, strong, gentle energy that we're claiming now. Because, we are growing, we becoming better people along the way. We're going to try and stop cussing as much. Maybe. A little bit. I said try. What you've been saying versus what you should try to stay instead. So if you've been saying, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. Oh, it's good. Try saying, actually, that's not okay with me. If you've been saying, well, you know what, just it's whatever you want, whatever you decide. Try saying, no, I have a preference and I'd like to share it. If you've been saying, I don't want to be difficult, I don't want to stir the pot, I just don't want to make a scene. Try saying, I'm allowed to ask for what I need, and I need ... If you've been saying, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to cause no drama. Again, I ain't want to stir the pot. Try telling yourself, I choose peace, but I will not ignore my truth or how I'm feeling or how I feel in this moment or what I got to say. Speak in a way that your healed self will be proud of and your past self would feel protected by. Questions to ask yourself on this beautiful day is, when was the last time you chose silence to keep the peace? Like you bit your tongue. You shut all the way down. But ended up breaking your own heart in the progress. So instead of standing up for yourself or saying what you have to say, you ended up leaving disgusted or feeling a certain way. Not about the situation or about you, but more or less how you handled it. By trying to keep the peace and not being difficult or saying you're fine or it's whatever they want. What would it look like to say what you need or what needs to be said with calmness, with clarity, and with confidence instead? Affirmation for today is, I am soft, but I am not silent. And I would like to add, you're not stupid. I do not need to raise my voice to raise my standards. I speak with power, even in peace. My truth is sacred, and I do not water it down to make anybody else comfortable. Today, I give myself full permission, moving forward from this moment and every day, to speak clearly, calmly, and confidently, knowing my voice matters, regardless if it shakes or not. Again, you don't have to bark to be bold. We all know the difference between a Chihuahua bark and a Rottweiler bark. You don't have to shrink yourself to stay soft or in this new era you're in or mindset that you're in. You ain't got to do all that. And you also don't have to be loud to be heard. People see you, they hear you. They just trying to see how you're going to react. Speak up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Not for applause, not for attention. Say what you need to say. Then go back to living. Make sure everything falls in alignment to where you trying to go. That's all I got. This is Manifest Ruthlessly again. Over here we do the work, we tell the truth, we hold ourselves accountable, and we clap for each other whenever we win. We console each other whenever we lose it, and we push each other right back out there before we're ready. Because technically you're never ready. If you're looking for a place with healing, a little edge, a whole lot of heart, a lot of sass, a little bit of cussing, welcome home. And if nobody told you today, I'm proud of you. For trying to stay soft in a world that keeps trying to harden you. for moving past the things that keep trying to shake and rattle you. I'm proud of you. Keep going, baby. You got this. You got this. You are built for it. Tough. You hear me? You are built for it. Tough. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.